I don't know if you guys talked about the officiating. I know you touched on it yesterday in your recap. I just wanted to ask if you think that we'll get an actual statement from the SEC, because the statement we got was complete gaslighting about that whole situation. I think they're insulting our intelligence. Look over here. Oh, we're finding them $250,000. We're removing their tickets. We're finding pictures of them, Big Brother, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But no statement on the actual process of what happened there. Look, I know it wasn't a pass interference. I think everybody agrees with that. But do you think we get a statement about the actual officiating in that part, besides what they already put out?
To me, it's like the government, right? They'll misdirect you, but they won't admit they're wrong. They won't have a statement about, hey, we screwed this up. Like, they're just going to say, hey, look, we did this over here. So therefore, you don't think it's misdirection. It's the prestige. We see this in politics all the time. Here's my problem with it. Okay. Number one, I've never seen that before. I have never seen a non-reviewable call during that amount of time after the call had already been said to the people, after it had been marked off, right, get overturned, especially on top of a delay because of beer bottles and water bottles being thrown on the field. Here's where I'm at with it. I think there's two things. One, I want the call to be right. I want them to make the right call. But the mechanics of the call and how you get there are incredibly important. Because without the mechanics, anything goes. There are no rules. It's the wild, wild west. If getting to the right call, if to get to the right call, you have to do what happened in that game, I don't want it. I don't want it. Now, if they would have called the pass interference or thrown the flag and then got together and talked about it and overturned the call, said, we see this all the time. We pick the flag up. There is no penalty here. It's Texas's ball. That's fine. But the mechanics of getting to that right call, is a bigger problem than getting the call right overall, in my opinion. Because now, if that's the precedent you just set, that you can throw the flag, talk about it, say the penalty, mark it off, and then decide to go back and change it, to me, that throws everything off and goes against the whole system, which would tear it down a lot quicker than missing a pass interference.
That was my question yesterday, was that sort of huddle that we see sometimes when refs get together on pass interference and they decide to pick up the flag, was that happening before all the chaos ensued, but the refs had to disperse to put that out? But once you've marked it off and you're ready for play, essentially,
you can't. It's a non-reviewable play.
It's like there's no way you can expect anyone to believe that it wasn't because of the fans.
I'm telling you, if Texas would have came back and won,
they better be thankful Texas didn't come back.
250,000.
Kirby said, think about, Kirby Smart is actually really good in the press about knowing what to say most of the time. The fact that after the game, just think about this. The head coach at Georgia had the balls to say they tried to rob us in here tonight. To the national audience, that I've never heard a coach talk so cavalier. That's how egregious it was. That's how bad it was.
And after that happened, every targeting situation, I just knew that they were going to kick the Georgia fans out of the game. This is how conspiracy theories happen. I mean, my dad and I were watching the game, we were yelling at the TV, and then every call with the targeting, maybe one was, I think they missed one on KJ Bolden, to be quite honest with you. But the one with Aguero coming over the middle, I don't know. That seemed like a good hit. But I told my dad, I said, Dad, he's getting kicked out of the game. He's like, there's no way. And that's the type of stuff where people start thinking look, I'm not one to try to blame the refs. But anyway, last thing I'll say, I know I've been on here kind of long. After that situation, what makes me so proud to be a Georgia fan, it's been a crazy year. We have not been consistent. Was right after that situation when they get the ball on their 9-yard line, they get a touchdown. It's a 1-score game. We go and drive 90 yards to put it away.
That was a killer drive.
I've never been prouder to be a Georgia fan, knowing how inconsistent this offense has been. That, stoppage of play when our backs were against the wall, I thought Texas was going to win at that point, to be quite honest with you, just in that third quarter. But I've never been prouder to be a Dog fan than that moment there.
That one ripped their guts out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That was the final stake. In
But
the Great call, Andy.
Appreciate it, Andy.
Targeting's a problem in football, in college football. Huge
Definitely.
problem that's doesn't get talked about enough.
Appreciate it, Andy.
Hey, appreciate you guys stopping by. As usual, hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. If you do mind, why are you wasting your time?